Welcome to the Fairly Relatable Podcast.
It's like therapy with your best friends, minus the copay. Okay, welcome to the Fairly Relatable Podcast. I'm Jessie.
I'm Kara.
And we're just so excited to start this podcast and to get started.
Yep.
The reason we're doing this, Kara.
Why are we doing this? Why not?
Well, that's huge. Why not? Why not? But also, this podcast...
A little more specific.
This podcast is for everybody, but really just geared towards women in this phase of our life. For me, it was around 38, 39. I'm 41 now that things started to kind of shift for me in the sense of my emotional needs, my cognitive needs, intellectual needs. I don't know what I wanted from relationships, what I wanted really in all aspects of my life. And, you know, it felt scary. It felt lonely. Not that it doesn't anymore. I just feel like I'm further along in the journey of figuring things out. But it felt really confusing and isolating to all of a sudden everything that I've done for the past 40 years to think, what do I want moving forward?
Right.
Have I made the right choices? And the more, I don't think you just hear women talking about this openly, but the more I would have one-on-one conversations or deeper conversations with women or women in our friend group, I realized we're all going through a version of this.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just thought, we need to talk about it.
We need to talk about it. I think we get to a phase in our lives. This is the best way I can explain kind of where I'm at, is at least I got to a place in my life where I did almost like this kind of internal audit where it's like, we're looking at, okay, where am I at right now? Taking into account what's led me to where I'm at now. What's working? Like what's working and what's not working? And maybe what do I need more of or what do I need less of? Sort of like, how can I kind of course correct into a direction that pivot that feels right, and that where I'm again like I always want to look at like what's working, do more of that, what's not working, do less of that. And so I think that's sort of where I'm at. And for me, yes, it happened around age 40. It seems like 40 is the number.
This is what I'm getting, because even women who I know that have had just a really steady, beautiful path, and you think, what could they possibly want to be different in their life, are having self-reflections that are kind of stopping them in their tracks and bringing up a lot of emotions. And I don't know, I just kept thinking like, we're all going through something right now, but so many women just aren't talking about it. And you know me, nothing's off limits. I like to I'm not a small talk kind of girl. I'm just
go deep.
Let's just get right to it. Like either you can.
Mug. That's a huge. Can we show the coffee mug? This is the biggest coffee mug I've ever seen, which really speaks volumes to where you're at in the morning. You need this much.
This isn't even my first cup.
Oh my gosh. It's a quart of coffee.
Okay. Wait, first of all, I don't think it ever fully goes down before I refill it, but coffee is a very big security blanket for me. I just like having
So coffee is one of the things that works for you. So we need more of that if we're looking at what's working.
There are so many paths of like healthy eating and diets that it's like take out coffee. I will take out a lot of things.
Yeah, not coffee.
Non-negotiable.
No,
it's just my non-negotiable. Even if it's near me, I feel better.
Right.
That's right. Yeah, I'm someone that I get deep. I talk about the real things. I'm not like a surface level type of girl.
Right.
So I just thought, let's have a podcast where we talk about real serious issues, the little things that are starting to come up for us, and let's just try to have fun doing it.
That's right. The stuff that everyone experiences day to day that a lot of times we don't talk about. But everybody's experiencing it. And like you said, you use the word version. It's like, I feel like women are all going through this. Men go through stuff too, but we're not talking about men. Women go through it, but in a slightly different way. Like everybody kind of has their version of what this phase and process and journey looks like. And, you know, as kind of circling back to the why, I feel like we bring insight you're a small business owner, you're an entrepreneur. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, survivor of breast cancer.
Parents, mothers,
moms. We've got, I feel like we have some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I feel like we've definitely lived and have gone through some shit and learned along the way. I think one thing about us is we definitely don't just barrel through life. We do a lot of self-reflection,
right? Which
sucks, but is great at the same time. Healing is a painful journey,
right?
But also what a better partnership to do this podcast, because we go way back.
Way
9 years old is when we met. Kara walked into my 4th grade classroom. She had just moved to California.
What was I wearing?
A pink jean jacket.
And accessories? Pink glasses.
Yeah, but I really remember the pink jean jacket. And I think we just instantaneously became friends. And we've had a very, very consistent friendship, how friendships go. And we have seen each other through
so much.
So much. Last year being the heaviest and the scariest of it all with your breast cancer diagnosis. I get teary-eyed. And that whole journey, but you're healthy now, so
yes. Healthy, hair's growing back. It's currently in the mullet stage, but
I don't think so.
We're working on it.
I love it. But
we're getting there.
Yeah, we've been through a lot. So let's just name a little bit of it. So maybe other people can relate to our journey. So we did the whole high school thing together. High school, I feel like, was way better for you than for me.
Oh, Jess.
I wouldn't go back. I would definitely go back to college, though. That was the time of my life.
I wouldn't.
I loved college.
I mean,
we did not go to college together.
We did college very different. I did community college and then like 2 years at UCLA, which was horrible.
You were commuting.
I was commuting, bad back at the time. You did the fun way. You did like Chico State and like did the, not dorm. You didn't dorm. Did you?
No, because I did Moore Park College, community college first for 2 years. And then I moved there. And yeah, we lived in basically like apartments, but just like
it was all housing kind of.
It was all college.
It was fun. You did it.
It was the best time. It was the best time.
It was fun. I mean, I remember visiting you. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was so fun. Yeah. So then we, you had a marriage and a divorce.
Had a marriage and a divorce.
And then finding your
my current dude.
We've done kids.
Yep. We both have 2 kids.
2 kids.
Both of us dealt with postpartum.
Really
with our
severely
first,
for me.
Right? Yeah. Mine was my first.
Yeah.
Yours was your first. A lot of moving. You moved a lot.
I am a professional mover. Yeah, I'm a professional
really
mover.
Good at moving.
And then just kind of settling into the day-to-day of becoming moms and wives. We're working moms.
Yeah, like trying to be the full-time mom, but also working. That's a whole thing.
I describe myself now as I'm a small business owner. I am a treating speech therapist, and I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom because I do all the things. A stay-at-home mom's job is no joke. And as soon as my kids are done with school, I try to get home and then we do all the things. And it's a lot of hats. And sometimes I thrive, but a lot of times I feel like I'm drowning. And I know a lot of women feel that way, whether they're working or stay at home. It doesn't matter. It's all really rewarding and difficult at the same time. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about
all the things.
And we're really excited. We plan on bringing weekly 30-minute episodes. And if there's anything that happens in our lives, we're going to be really open and transparent and vulnerable with everybody. And we hope it's a fun time.
We just hope that people who are listening, that you feel like you're kind of sitting here hanging with us.
And you feel seen. I want women to feel seen and not alone. I know at the very start of when I kind of felt like this must be rock bottom because I just feel so lost.
When did that really become apparent to you?
I feel like I've had a couple rock bottoms over the past like 3 or 4 years. But my like very big internal one was probably, I think it was like 38. I remember being on a walk, and I've just always lived in such a masculine energy. Just
Like you've taken on a mat, or
I've just always had this like masculine energy of go, 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 achieve,
Mm.
achieve, achieve, don't stop, don't slow down, create, do more, create more. I think it served me in a lot of ways. I have a beautiful business with a beautiful team, and we help a lot of families and children in the community, and I'm really proud of that. But I did it when my kids were really young, and I feel like I missed a lot of really special years. I was there, but I was never fully present because I was building a business,
Mhm.
and that makes me sad. But I just had this drive that I couldn't see out of. We have a friend, and I tell her this all the time, but she would say to me, can't you just sit in it for 6 months? Like, you just achieved this. Can you just stop for 6 months and feel good about what you did? And I would just say, no, like, I have to keep going. I am like, I know I've done this, but I only see what I didn't do right. And what else can I do? And then at like 38, it just hit me that pure, like, move, 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 go, go, go didn't feel as good anymore. And I still want to have a business and create a business and do those things. But
Yeah,
I
you're
wanted,
ambitious. You still have ambition,
but I want to do it from a different energy. I just really wanted to step into more of a feminine energy where I can appreciate what's around me, be more present with my children, slow down, connect, introspect. Like, there's so much that goes along with a more feminine energy. And then all of a sudden I come home to my husband and I'm like, we're gonna do things. I can't keep going the way I've been going. And so that really impacts the marriage, where I'm just like, you need to have more of that energy. I want to have less of that energy. And it's been such a journey, and there's so much self-reflection that goes along with it that it's painful.
It is painful. The self-reflection, though, I mean, and as a therapist, I will say, obviously,
Yeah.
they say insight and self-awareness has to come first before there can be any long-lasting real change. The fact that you have that capacity is huge. That has to be there. And like you said, it's like when things are comfortable, we don't grow. There's no
Yeah.
growth when things are comfortable. It's when things are hard. When we are forced to step outside of our comfort zone, that's when literally we grow. Like, literally our brain changes. New neural pathways are created and reinforced, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I am just so in awe of you and so proud of you.
I think it's also me, though, that I'm like, why am I not changing fast enough? Why am I not
Because you don't
healing
want
fast
that.
enough?
You don't want that. It's like a diet. Like, I think about dieting, or like
Yeah.
you want, and I'm not a nutritionist or dietitian, but it's like you want slow. It's like slow and steady wins the race.
I think that's just my personality, right? Like, I have a
Ever
goal.
since I've
Let's do it.
known you, but and so I like that you
I feel like
are.
now we're in a therapy session.
I like it. Do you like it? I like it.
I mean, I'm used
It's
to
a little
it.
unethical because you're one of my best friends, but anyway, we're gonna just go with it. But you've always been that way, and I like that you are able to recognize how, even though at this juncture in life you're able to self-reflect and kind of, again, maybe course correct a little bit here and there, that you're recognizing and acknowledging and validating how those tendencies, the go, 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 ambition, how it has served you, right? So
Yeah.
you're able to recognize that, and at the same time hold space for a self-reflection thought process of, maybe I want to do things a little different in this capacity, blah, 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 right?
Yeah, for sure. I think the way I've used to do things just brought on so much pain and negative. I think about my business a lot. The way I used to handle things, just nothing. It just didn't work. It caused.
So what is the mechanism? Because I want to be super specific for listeners. What exactly, like this is just how I am in general. What's the specific, what shifted? Like, what was it? Was it your perspective? Was it like something you worked on consciously every day to take opposite action? Like, what, because you were saying, and it wasn't working. What did you do to shift? Did you kind of sit back and just release and kind of let go? What did you?
I'm working on that. I mean, I'm still doing it.
It's
not
a
like
work
I
in progress.
did
It's a work in
something.
progress.
It's-
Yeah, we
it's a
don't
work
ever
in
just stop.
I mean, I've done therapy. I've worked with coaches. I try every morning to do some sort of technique or modality to help me calm my nervous system.
Right.
I've taken medication.
What about EMDR? How do you feel about?
You didn't do it, and I know you're really good at it, but who I've done it with, it didn't help.
Okay.
Just for me. But I've done so many different things, and podcasts really help me listening to certain people speak. But it's a day-by-day thing. I saw this analogy and it made so much sense to me. It was a huge cup of grape juice.
Mm-hmm.
So it was dark liquid filled all the way to the top, and the person put it under a sink and the water started to pour in. And they said, this is like, when we want to grow and work on ourselves and evolve. Yeah. The cup just started to spill over, right? Like it's just a mess.
Right.
And it takes a long time, but eventually that grape juice left and it was filled with water. But
it dilutes over time.
But in the process, it's just
messy.
It's so messy. And I think really so many women are going through this in their own way.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe there's one thing I'll say in all of our episodes that will resonate or help one other person. Totally worth it, because that's what's helped me is hearing other people's stories and how they've gone through it. Because
the relatability piece, which is why we literally chose to call this the Fairly Relatable. Fairly, it's like, maybe it's not 100%, but our aim is, hey, even if there's just a little nugget and you listening, you feel a sense of relatability. And as a therapist, I will say, that's why we're encouraging clients, like, join a support group. If you have a parent struggling with addiction, just get connected to Al-Anon. The relatability piece, feeling seen, feeling understood, seeing on someone's face or hearing in what they're saying that maybe sometimes, maybe we can put words to something someone's experiencing or has experienced. We've accomplished our job. Like, that's what we're here for.
I think women have this emotional component, and when someone just tells you, do this and you'll get this, it's a pet peeve of mine, because it's like, but what about the in-between? What am I supposed to do when it's difficult and it's hard and I'm trying to figure it out?
Right.
Where do I go then?
Right.
So I think all the things need to be talked about, not just what's wrong and how is it all better.
Right.
Because the in-between's such a journey.
Yeah.
And the more we've spoken to women, we're all on a journey.
It's across the board.
Yeah.
It's across the board.
We're going to have fun, and I'm excited.
I am too. I love that we're doing this.
I do too.
Can I get a high five?
All right. That's it. First episode.
All right, guys, here's the deal. If you like what you hear,
and we know you do,
be sure to like, subscribe,
and write us a review.
That rhymes.